Team talk was fruitful. I'd like to see a real competitive one here on Ancient.
I think it's just about screwing your head back on tight, right? Coming into today, on paper, you look at this matchup, Heroic, they are my favorite, right? You come into this environment, well, that changes. It becomes a 50-50. Map number one definitely was not. 16-6 is an absolute hiding on your map choice. And now we turn to Furia's turf, Ancient. They took down Na'Vi yesterday. So they're going to be feeling extremely confident here. And someone who isn't is Shush. He has been the A anchor on this map. So if they want to test him, well, actually, they're going to be heading towards B on the pistol round here. So straight towards 4. This is going to be Biffy.
It's going to be Biffy. It's going to be a death match. Who's the first to fall? Already one down, another as well. The farming headshots here for Heroic. Art trying to back away. KSCERATO does go down as well with the ship, and now running out of players. It's Art and Safe running into Heroic one after another. Now, you mentioned his name. Shush gets his name in the feed early. That could be important as well.
Yeah, and it's going to be a key factor, right, for Shush to be online here as an A-side anchor on a map like this. I think you're going to want to stack up as many rounds on the CT side as humanly possible to wash away Inferno and take us to nuke as that third here. Now, Heroic, I'm pretty sure that they watched the demo for FURIA, and FURIA just ran a very similar pistol, if not the same pistol as they ran against Na'Vi. So that's why likely we see that 4-man B stack coming out. So great reconnaissance there from Heroic coming into this. And it has to be the full eco. No plant, no kill, no extra cash. It is just going to be that 1,900 loss bonus, getting everybody up to that 2K mark. Cadian continuing to lead from the front of the pack here.
Well, he knows he can win any duel he encounters on his journey, but this is so early.
Well, the Death touched on it. He's still playing his game, right? And it's maybe not that the rest of the team they aren't. And I discussed this. Cadian can't shield you from this anymore. Everybody else is going to have to step up and be countered on the Heroic side of the server. And you'd love to get a closer fare here.
Just a very thorough investigation. You can see what Cadian was up to. It means that Shush will be there as well.
Well, look how boxed in they are, right? You've got Yabi up over towards that ledge position. Cadian's actually given them a way out by pivoting here. Maybe they want to use him forward with the MP9 to try and farm some kills, get that extra cash alongside the TeSeS. There is a flash for stavn to maybe send over the doors, but I think they're coming through first.
Cadian looking to farm. The whole squad is here, and it is Panther on the menu.
It's actually a lot of damage with just blocks there, so 2 kills. Going to be pretty content with that. They will walk away with the 2 M4s and the FAMAS in the hand, so those MP9s tossed to one side. But a little bit more costly considering Heroic had all the information right there. You'd like to keep that one clean. It's definitely not end of the world, but if you're FURIA in a full block eco, you're all right, we'll take those 2, and KSCERATO will add those to his stats. And now those AKs are coming out, so let's see what's the bomb site of FURIA's affections.
KSCERATO is just a threat with whatever is in his hands. So the Glock, 2 frags already. Now equipped with the Kalashnikov. We'll go again. FURIA looking to put themselves on the board early on this attack. Every round a step closer, and every death further. Art's been caught. stavn responsible for cave and captures him through the smoke. There's 2 now holding in on Donut. The supportive flash is brilliant. Does deter the line. And Heroic have to toe the line with that flexible defense. You want to be getting that information, but traveling around as a pack and enabling potential trades. Now, stavn is not one of those. He's on his own here.
Yeah, he's going to drop back now, so understand the control. And the fact that he's caught Art first, we were hyping up Art for his opening kills on Inferno, but here, very slow out the gates. 3rd round to play. Door smoke is through, but they're all ahead of this. FURIA aren't too worried about being boxed in.
This is a big test for stavn, and Yuri, too good. Will level the odds.
He's one of those active maneuvers. Yabi and Shush surge forward, so does Drop, taking a fight. Cadian and TeSeS in a bit of a retake setup right here on B.
Yeah, it's going to be looking like a post plant. Just have to cross the T's, dot their I's, and, well, blind TeSeS. Quick one out of Drop, still finding impact into the early stages of map 2. Burning, but bodies dropping. KSCERATO again. It is not a question of if, it is a question of when. With KSCERATO in the server, he will hit those headshots.
It looked good for Heroic there. Like the fact that they get that opening pick, stavn gets isolated, sure, that retake setup on the side, it's enabled by Drop to get that kill on the way through. Their aggressive maneuver, it was looking good. The reactive play to what was being offered up, that's a classic Heroic maneuver. Like, it's not out of the book for them to go for exactly that. So FURIA dealing with it extremely well here. And that's a T-side round early on a map like Ancient. So a big positive for the Brazilians. Cadian does retain that M4, but that's about it. They are likely to see them force by behind this. So they want to take a timeout to discuss their options here. So there's Yuri. That's a great shot from him. Drop as well, and TeSeS just mauls him, and then KSCERATO just stands and delivers with two big ones, both headshots there. Doesn't feel like FURIA are going to be caught off guard by too many of these reactive, proactive
KSCERATO's actually opted for the Mag 10 this time.
He's going to go out the guts of mid here.
Yeah, why not? Charging, looking to punish. Yabi, full blind, and now being run down, hunted, and he fights his way out of trouble.
Another opening kill here for Heroic. They have to convert one of these here.
Lesser weaponry, but now a man advantage that could have changed. Hard shot, Art reveals himself. Donut pressure. Smoke on top, denies vision, gap on that. Problems now if you do choose to commit. FURIA, shush, unaccounted for. Straight through, good find on the SMG. It's Yuri back, and he's into the site.
They spotted the bomb. They know it has to be the safe play unless they drop all the way. And Cadian, he doesn't get the kill on the safe.
And now the bomb will go down. It's a deep smoke. Yabi will try and test his luck through. Close to the wall, Yuri to respond. Damn, safe, deleted. Big one, Yabi back turned and punish. Very, very promising signs from Heroic's defense now. Only drop. 18! Oh my God! He's doing the impossible for FURIA. One to find, it's stavn. He's dancing with it, playing with his food. And stavn just holds on.
This is going to be close on the defuse. This is going to be awfully close on the defuse right here.
He has it?
He should have it, all good.
He has.
He's got it, he's got it, yeah! The tiniest of margins, but only just extremely close right there, but stavn, he's not messing around. Drop did a great job to make this costly for Heroic into that force buy back. The save them 4, they were able to buy their best they could, dancing around the box, 2 great kills, and all he had to do was delay a millisecond longer, and there's no way that stavn can defuse that bomb, and you can see how skittish he's getting towards the tail end there, surging to get the defuse. Look, the celebration coming through, you gotta wait for that defuse too. And they're keeping themselves. They can buy again. Their buy is looking a little bit tidier. A FAMAS and an MP9 for TeSeS and sjuush respectively.
Loving this.
Fast on to A.
Change of pace. Straight through for the jewel. Hard one. Drop again delivers. He refuses to quit. This is not a fairy tale. This is his history and he's writing it every round. Again, FURIA fill the feed. It's safe this time to repel the invaders. TeSeS watching from the sidelines. As stavn gives it a shake of the stick, but hope dwindling. Utility plentiful. They throw another smoke on, and down goes Yabi. It's a clean sweep. Just one blemish on the record, courtesy of Cadian, but yeah. They'll take that.
They're hunting him as well. Art and Yuri pushing through the smoke here. They want to see if they can remove this from play. They knew it caused some awkward signs, and he's boxed in here. KSCERATO is already in cave. Yuri, he's got Art alongside for this, and Cadian, as he steps out, he's surely going down here. Yuri takes it all away from the Danes, and that was that A pressure. Straight in, A main, take the site, easy as you like. They weren't stressed in that environment whatsoever. And there's been a couple of wobbly moments as we had a bit of smoko vision there. That's how Yabi's death accrued, and yeah, you hate to feel it, you hate to see it. But they just strolled straight out, made that opening kill again towards that CT position. We saw Cadian have a tough time, and now again cropping up in round number 5. And Heroic will force to try and keep these force by wars on. Hot to trot, fast into mid, defensive utility. Decapitates Yabi.
He is definitely the head hunter here in the jungle. Using everything, every trick in the book.
This round's worth 2. This round right here is worth 2 for FURIA if they can convert, whereas Heroic, they're just battling to try and keep themselves that 1-round lead.
And yeah, 5-7s are great, especially on mass and in these surprise positions, but with a 4 versus 5 in front of them, Heroic feels like their days are numbered here, unless Cadian has got anything to contribute on Amiga SMG. Yuri will be diligent, as will FURIA, who will take that fight first. Oh no! One is all Cadian's kept to, and that should be the start of the end for Heroic. Yeah, you can bang through those boards. It's just a 5-7. And as Chad has outlined, prioritization might be weapons, and sjuush might lose his, or
nice
find himself a lovely AK. Yeah, just turns.
See if you can get everybody else out here as well. stavn and TeSeS hanging around looking for a little bit more. I'm sure they'd love an upgrade as well here.
Safe passage is CT way. Away from that bomb blast.
Yeah, it feels like they've identified that here as well. FURIA, they're going to rotate through, so trading opposite ends of the map here. Heroic give themselves something. Shush can drop that 5-7 or the AK across to Cadian or Yabi into the next round to play, so they can have 4 players with an upgrade. Drop will go down with the bomb. Shouldn't cost FURIA too much here, but as I said, it's meant to be worth 2. Now, if Heroic can cause a few issues, kick up a bit of a fuss here. This was almost a double from Cadian. Again, you know, you've spoken about it already today. You've got to take your teammate out. That damage being done assisted Cadian in finding that frag. It also was a meat shield for Drop there to get it across the line. And Exist, once more, trying to be that voice of reason. Keep them calm, keep them cool.
A lot of Heroic style hinges on, you know, split-second decision-making, communication, and I'm sure that does feel like it's harder to establish here.
And the individuals hitting shots. You look at this team, it's Cadian the AWPer, the in-game leader, the captain, and then everybody else is a plucky rifler. Like, stavn's the jack of all trades, right? He can do everything. You want him to AWP, deagle, rifle, he can do all of that. Whereas TeSeS, Shush, and Yabi, they're all extremely solid riflers, so they need to make sure that they're hitting those shots. If they're having a difficult time doing that, well, that's step 1 to victory.
Yeah, and it could be absent. Mid, quick, art with pace. FURIA continue to keep it dynamic.
And this is the only gap on the map right now, so if they choose to push through this top mid smoke, they're going to profit a lot of map control here. Especially
with them kicking up a fuss. Drops flashing in B. All attention's drawn. They will start to investigate the flank. Okay, just distraction, sound cues, keeping Heroic with their ear pressed to the wall. Now that's the rifle. Shush is coming, and okay, lots of action. T's have broken through to middle. A smoke to imply it's all lost, all for naught. KSCERATO to oversee the potential walk through. Wow, quick deletion. Just as stavn braves the smoke, he's taken out.
No commitment here from FURIA just yet. They park the bus over towards Donut. Art's in spawn. KSCERATO warding off anybody trying to make their way through that smoke again. Bit of chip damage onto TeSeS, sure. Cadian trying to go around the world to find something. Has been able to find another AK-47, and Yuri will remove Yabi and should remove the pressure here. I think Cadian will want to save this. But that was the only gap, and I'm almost positive on the X-ray there. It looked like Shush was running back. So these are the little details that normally Heroic would have a great understanding of. But the fact they were so far pressed forward, they had that space. I mentioned it was the only gap at that point within the round. And if you're going to be noisy and leave that space, well, you're going to get punished. I'm not sure how much FURIA heard, but they were more than ready. And Shush was the one with the AK. He didn't even get a chance to use it. So that is a massive issue. And I understand it's just this eco round with a safe weapon, but it's those little details that are going to start to add up. It's not just in the vacuum of round number 7. It's in the context of this entire series. And we saw even on Inferno, when Heroic had made the right info play. Cadian steps out, short side, AWP up, nobody home top mid, rotates his entire team towards that B bomb site, and they still lose the round to drop 3K. That can't be happening here if Heroic want to make a grand final berth.
I mean, FURIA have had so many good reps on Ancient as well. You know, even in the best of 1s, beating Na'Vi in it, best of 3s. We've seen Ancient work well for FURIA in the past. It's the reason they picked it. But T-Hall already solid. 4 in the bag, just 7 of play. Heroic are geared once again to the teeth.
Starting 3 mid here to try and deny any of this space that they've been taking. So top mid smoke, sure. KSCERATO just limps forward his smoke. That keeps them on notice. Yabi needs to be careful. He's got arm behind him here as well.
Might see stavn tested as well. As Art's just disrespected the smoke. stavn saves Heroic. And KSCERATO pulls us right back in. That was a very aggressive maneuver. Oh, under the smoke. Pushes smoke as well. stavn onto drop. Now he's into the site, but it's not safe, you'd think. Planting for safe side.
KSCERATO's so worried about, Cadian's so worried about KSCERATO mid right now, but he's actually gone all the way through main. So if there is a save call from Heroic, they will fall back. 2 players on B lane, sure.
What do we do with this?
It's such a tough round to get in, and Shush is going to find himself flanked any second now. Even if he backs off, he's a dead man walking.
Oh, this is going to be really painful for Heroic. You lose a round and you lose all your guns as well. In behind, looking to tap away. It's an exposed man. It's Shush gone through the gap. Cadian, the last to fall. And FURIA, they'll take the round and they'll take it all. Heroic, nothing saved, not a penny brought into this next round of play.
Other than pistol rounds, what do you really have to attest to Heroic's name thus far in the series? There isn't a whole lot. It's been scattered gun rounds. Nothing is working out in their favor here, and this is not the Heroic we know and love. This is a team we affectionately call them the Fakey Boys. They're always so solid as individuals.
And they're always all on the same page. I feel like they might all be reading different books.
Yeah, I think this is that pressure we spoke about, right? That stress being applied. Well, Cadian has a hero AWP. This would be one way to make a statement. He has purchased into this by virtue of that saved AK, but he's going to have to hit some bangers.
Yeah, Chad, it might be that moment when all hope is lost. A leader to remind you what you're capable of.
If they immediately surge towards B right now, they have all the advantages in the world. Sure, they don't have cave control just yet, and they know there's Deagle on the other side, but Cadian to rotate back over is likely in a retake stance, not a forward position. stavn needs to take a risk here.
And that is risky, firing off shots. Into the wall.
Path of least resistance, straight up B ramp. The rotation's coming, sure, but they don't have any info just yet.
They're about to get a lot of it. Faceful of information as Cadian does connect on that AWP. They're hoping on and praying they can see more from Heroic. FURIA the opposite as they do push through. Aren't caught, punished by Yabi. Bomb still not planted and Heroic are here. They could stumble as Cadian gets another shot straight through the smoke onto Yuri. The Dane with the only weapon in play.
They're so low, and there's no kit here. Dropping KSCERATO can still win this round. The bomb, it's about 35 seconds left on it. If Heroic make this attempt, it's going to have to be soon.
Off the flash, drop safe from it. KSCERATO does not have eyes on their corner. It's smoked, it's fading, but they're pushing through. FURIA need a multi, Heroic deny it, and a recovered round.
Great round, that is a fantastic round.
Incredible play, look what they leave with. Just as we were talking about such a heartbreaking previous, they get themselves 3 AKs for free and a 4th round on top.
And as Cadian again with that impact, right? You see, almost goes down. He takes that initial peek, finds the kill down towards the B ramp, finds another through the smoke. So the in-game leader for Heroic stepping up again, but he had patches like that. Similar scenes over at Inferno. You'll remember with the AWP picking them over towards top banana. This is the smoko shot from Cadian. They're great onto Yuri. Right, he's just taking pot shots, hoping they push out, and Shush didn't even know they're all dead, right? So you can see it is quite chaotic over there for Heroic, but that is a really nice round for them to win. And obviously with the reaction from the crowd, you can understand that the skunk at the garden party, that it makes a lot of sense here, but that, you have to say that could be the one to get them back into things.
Fast, Shush immediately tested and deals with it while blind. Needs help, doesn't have anyone apart from Cadian lying and potentially getting flanked. Yabi aggressive, but safe is prepared. FURIA just pieced together another immediate assault onto the A side. It's the speed as well.
Bomb's not down yet. stavn can remove one, drop the bomb on the deck. He will, and back through the flames. He's safe for now.
TeSeS next, over, deletes KSCERATO. This was supposed to be a FURIA round, but these two stubborn Danes. Now safe's posted up. TeSeS really limited in his options now, but that bomb not being planted does go Heroic's way.
That's a buffer right there. That smoke creates mystery for safe. He's not sure what's going on the other side. So Yuri might have to be the next to work.
stavn's working too. Given up his donut position.
You see how many unknowns. stavn's worried about a flank from B right now. You can see how diligent he's being with these corners. If he can get across while this smoke is up, he can come through the temple position, but just on the fade, you can see.
stavn's responsible. This is nice. It means TeSeS can focus on what's in front of him. Now that smoke might deny. It depends how deep it is.
30 seconds now.
Oh, and Yuri sitting dark. Deleted again. Quick headshot out of stavn. And it leaves it all onto safe. No time, but he's still hitting shots. A one-on-one. TeSeS forward around the smoke, looking to strike on the low HP. He's got it. Perfect from TeSeS. And what a recovered round out of Heroic.
Yeah, and if it went either way right there, the conversation would have been Shush did his job. He got one and put enough time for the rotation to come in. Right, a question how he was going to be pressured over towards her, and there's been 2 rounds where they've tried to just slide on out quite quickly. One with success, one with not so much. And this was really well handled by TeSeS and stavn here. Fantastic work for them not to overstep, because these are the situations where you want to get peaky, when there's all this noise, when there's all this momentum against you, you want to take a risk or two. And that's a great round to win again. So Heroic, off the back of that, well, yeah, Heroic, Cadian, AWP have been able to post 2 consecutive rounds here and are stabilizing or looking to do exactly that on their CT half. Another buy available here for FURIA, but this will be the last of the cash, and then they'll have to take an eco. And you see Cadian trying to keep things pretty nonchalant, pretty casual. And he's going to have to keep that charade up for his teammates to at least have the belief.
Yeah, just eyes on the monitor. Treat it like every other game.
stavn stepping up here as well, and he's in one of the most key positions on this entire map playing Cave, right? Obviously, there is a big part of that retake situation, but if he keeps going with these opening exchanges, he's going to find impact for Heroic time and time again.
He's very aggressive from TeSeS. He pays a heavy price just for the info, but spotting them out on pocket, it might mean stavn. Cursory shots, just a tickle on to drop.
There's no real util left for FURIA here. So if Heroic are able to hold them at the door for now, the late round execute will comprise of a smoke, a molly, and a flash. Coming through the smoke and a timing, and there you go. TeSeS, the backup for stavn, and the shot from Cadian lands.
Oh, they got the hook in the cheek there. FURIA just clamping down on the bait in Cave. stavn reloading, TeSeS not. Through mid, past the window of Cadian. What a shot! Onto the AWP, no less, and saffee is going scavenging. Look at the speed by which he wants to retrieve. He's going for it, got it, and posted. Not ready for this, though. 2, about to peek through, try and clear it out, and he does let it go. It was a great Deagle headshot, but I'm afraid it doesn't lead to too much more.
And this is looking more like Heroic. They're understanding the situations. They're playing more as a team. It looks like communication now flowing, and more of that. Yabi will spot them pushing through, and Shush set up for great success. He has looked away, but the bomb will be denied. And it is just KSCERATO, the last man standing to fall. And a tidy one here as now 3 straight. I think the biggest streak of rounds Heroic has had is 3, and that was from the pistol round and conversions from Inferno here. So if they can make this 4 now against what should be a very light investment of FURIA, they've course corrected, because this was looking a little bit worrisome for a while, but this is much more like the team everybody at home knows and loves.
Yeah, I mean, it would be doing a disservice.
Oh, they're forced.
To Heroic, and they did.
Okay, well, it might just be... There's a couple of options here. It looks like they're going to go for an A execute. So 3 players going fast. Shush is on his lonesome. That nade deep. Oh, it's a molly. It's tickle damage, but they're still coming.
He's got to be ready. He just got to bring the fight to them. Through the smoke, but through the fire, through the brimstone. He can't get anything more. Yabi does pluck drop on the jump. Art has got the through, but he's got the bomb on his back. Risk to completely adventure through Temple. And TeSeS could have your number if you try. So really, hinging on Cadian to catch this.
He's hearing this.
Timing perfect onto safe. FURIA, this force, flimsy.
Yeah, it's a curious decision right there. So they would have been hoping for a plant in this situation. Round not done yet. Back turn. KSCERATO gives up his position, and now he's starting to whip a little bit. Yabi removes Art. It's down onto KSCERATO, and they'll call that 7. The longest streak of rounds have been posted. And I really feel that the fire starter of that force by, wow, around that Cadian AWP, it's done an awful lot to get them back in things. An awful lot here. You can find the pivot moment within this half so far.
Oh, 100%.
So the win of the half should be almost assured here for Heroic, right? Now you see FURIA relinquish control of the economy. Just go for a half by knowing max loss bonus into the next. There's a big conversation, is 5 enough? Well, how many do Heroic want? Get themselves up to the double digits. Stray shots through the smokes, down under pressure.
Problems! Big problems! Cadian's going to run down as well. On a light buy, FURIA are looking to completely flip the script. Art goes down. It's Shush that tries to hold on to the round and has done so magnificently. Info aware of KSCERATO with just his $700 pistol to his name, and 2 likely to peek him. His read of the play is great, and Yabi's puts him away.
They're playing off of each other so well now, Heroic, right? It's the info plays and then jiggling into each other, taking the fights. It's not necessarily buddy-buddy shoulder system of trading, which was once upon a time to go, but it's making sure they're in positions to clamp down together, and that's going to force the second time out of FURIA here, who can get back into the buys. Now, it was an extremely costly round. It shouldn't have been this close, but it's great to see Cadian continuing to deliver when he's under pressure, and Shush as well. So if you're starting to sow some seeds of positivity for Heroic, these are all starting to go into that big column with a big tick.
Now, FURIA have had a fair few different looks to their T side. When you're looking for, you know, what little remains on this attack, What worked the most? They've walked into A once very successfully, second time not so much. Late B.
They've had some fortunate situations with the gaps that they've been able to find, right, that just exist.
Like that mid one?
Yeah, precisely, and that was against a lower buy, so it's going to be hard to replicate something like that now that Heroic have all the goodies they require. You could just go back into something a bit more standard, a bit more default heavy.
Yeah, well, Art, he's not too interested in a full default. Instead, he's going to go knock on mid already. Cadian laughing at him. Gets in, gets out. Flash is the perfect move from Yabi. He takes down KSCERATO as well for good measure. Now, Safe put a lid on it. Makes a round of it, but look at Shush.
Yeah, they're settled in now.
He's definitely playing some heroic Counter-Strike now. This is exactly what we like to see.
Safe here trying to chase the tower of Shush that has been able to get past towards spawn. So Safe aware that this is a possibility. He hasn't really got to use this off. That's his second shot and his last for the round, and that is 9.
It's so funny that how through the gameplay alone you can see when players are starting to feel themselves. It's just, it's so apparent.
Yeah, it's the little details right here for Heroic that are starting to come together. And now we're going into round number 15 with FURIA. A 6-row streak against them, right? The fact that this is now piled up, the pressure shifting in a different direction. Sure, they have the one map in the back pocket, but once we make it to Nuke, that's anybody's game. They lost it yesterday against Na'Vi.
Yeah,
that was the map
good.
they dropped.
Competitive one. Heroic exciting on Nuke as well. Will we see it? Wow, that's a lot of nade damage. Will TeSeS build upon it? The answer, a resounding yes, and stavn is established. More damage out of TeSeS, one by one. They tumble into Heroic and sprayed down to a scrap of health. They've got just over 30 to work with. Not out of it though. Not out of the woods are Heroic. Nade. Oh, he gets away. 3 HP. Safe's face says it all. KSCERATO's just going to sit idle on the side, forward position, and let Safe go and clear through cave. Looking for answers. Shush the same. Utility dry. And health stacked against them. Cadian, this cut of the noise has got him nervous. Both there. Easy as that for Shush. And a 10-round haul. In response to what was a lost first map, Heroic have come in and laid down a solid defense. We'll be changing sides. We'll see if Heroic's attack is equally as flamboyant and potent when we return. A tale as old as time. Competition. The taste of victory, the reward, and of course that harrowing defeat, the price you pay. We've got two teams and only one spot in the grand finals. We've already got outsiders waiting, likely watching to see who will face them. Now, Heroic didn't quite show up in that first map. In fact, they may have been swallowed by the cauldron that is this arena. But here on Ancient, Furia's pick, they didn't look quite so sprightly, quite so indomitable in the jungle. 5 to work with. Heading into the defense now, it can get away from you. If you're on that attack on Ancient, it can feel very hard to post, but 6 is all they need, Chad, to take us to nuke.
There's two questions right here. For FURIA, is 5 enough to get them across the line in a 2-0 fashion? For Heroic, is that Cadian Hero AWP the catalyst to get them back into this series and take us to nuke? Looks like a fast mid play here. Over towards Donut, and they're actually going to take their time with this. Shush with util at the ready if required. You can see him maneuvering whatever the team needs. An info push down B lane. Hard to take the info early and mollied out of position for now. Or at least mollied back. A defensive smoke means boxed in towards Donut and not the Krispy Kreme kind.
They're pushing him. Oh my god, that's the chance and the frag. KSCERATO with one back and it's even trades. All day, 3 on 3. Bomb. Fake. TeSeS is not so sure. You can see there is a lot of doubt right now as to where FURIA resides.
Shush isn't ready for Yuri coming around behind main here. This could be the difference maker in the frags. If Shush doesn't turn around, if he goes down, if he gets pipped at the post, TeSeS and Yabi are in difficult situations. There's essentially 3 1-on-1s. Yabi, is he going to expect Drop to be creeping forward?
Oh.
And Drop hits a massive shot. TeSeS gets it back and Shush wins the fight. It's all on safe.
Safe, okay. In mid. Perfect opportunity to at least be able to...
They're going B. They're going to drop back and go B here.
Is he working it out? No, still just going to sweep through the angles. He'll work it out eventually, but TeSeS and Shush are taking their sweet time as well.
If they go up through red, they're taking the fight to him. Yeah, Safe's just called the site somewhat clear. Yeah. 30 seconds left.
This is weird. He's got a kit, no armor, and they're coming for the safe route back into safe. God, they're so nimble. And now with backs turned, he has the info, he has the jump on them. Does Shush with 30 HP. Hold his nerve. Heroic. Accelerating towards map 3 with a good pistol.
And we had concerns about Shush. Take a look at the top of the tally right now. 18 kills in total, leading the team, leading the server by leaps and bloody bounds here. This was handled fantastically well after that foray, and this is where it got dicey, right? The idea to have that jaunt through Red House, a very, very risky maneuver for the Danes, but it will pay off, and they get both pistol rounds here. The recipe for success. That 5 being enough for FURIA, well, you start to doubt it.
Especially on the eco. This one looks like 12 all wrapped up with a bow on it. Nice flash, doesn't catch stavn, and he's going to have a love of frags in the round. There they come, 3 and 4, and it's all 5. 4's down, farming himself up some cash. Lovely injection of confidence as well.
I think you heard me say Shush was at the top of the table, because now stavn is, but you know, the padding. There's that padding right there with the ecos. He'll take him, he'll love him, he'll lick him up, and now Heroic looking to knock him down. FURIA, they can get the buys through, but there's 2 MAC-10s. Yabi and Cadian can accelerate with these. We spoke about FURIA going for those uppercut type maneuvers on Inferno. Well, Heroic can do exactly the same. We've seen it already happen once earlier in the tournament.
Interesting. Cadian.
Very noisy.
Very noisy. Whether that's deliberate remains to be seen. It certainly does seem to be the case. Look at the way they're moving.
Yeah, well, it's easy to draw an A rotation, even if you just show a little bit of legs. So 2 players on that A site. KSCERATO and Art safe towards top red. Yuri and Drop in a relatively passive B stance right now.
So Cadian's going to deny mid-info. You see that jiggle from safe? It's going to be useless. He wants to get a nade on their strafe.
Might be too late here.
Yeah, a bit late on that one. Misjudged. Info, though, goes both ways. Cadian crawling, showing a lot of face and lucky to have gotten away. There was Art there.
They've showed A main pressure and mid pressure. So right now, this has to be respected from FURIA. They've even started to clear out top cave. Everything you want and more here. This is looking like a home run for Heroic. They're covering all their bases.
And now you just got to run it home. No messing around here. Smoke out, smoke exchange. Okay, that might actually limit things.
40 seconds, still time to pivot back towards A here. Cadian trying to listen for plays. You can see him now highlighted by our ops team, listening for any rotations with that MAC-10 in hand. Feels like it has to be B now.
Yeah, Art hit wall, KSCERATO still temple. Smokes are fading, second barrage of utility in. And upon this fade, it's Shush to try and open up. It's TeSeS with a headshot.
FURIA,
okay, in the corner, down goes Yuri, and round surely slipping through their fingers.
Cadian's so disconnected. He was playing for the save right here. He was waiting A this entire time. Art looks like he's coming for this KSCERATO too, and drop. He's still in position to find fights.
But they'd have to be getting a wiggle on. No kit in sight. Yabi, wow, long range with a MAC-10, makes it look like a rifle.
Beautiful stuff here. And now Cadian, his positioning previously may have been perfect. TeSeS, did he see them slink away? We're trying to cut them off at the pass here. Yabi wants to have some more damage done. TeSeS will be the one to get the kill and call that 13. This looks like stomps on your opponent's map choice. Is getting stomped out. Should be KSCERATO. Isolated now. He gets 2 through his troubles. Cadian finishes him off, and let's see if he... No, he can't. All right, the round had ended. I was going to see if he could find himself a rifle there and a blown back. He just carries through a USP. That's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah. You take the round over the weapon, I believe.
Nice one out of TeSeS, and he built upon that as well. Yuri, I mean, at this point, once you've got that first, you're going to be double peaked.
But did you hear the color by number Counter-Strike? A main, mid, K, XQB. Perfect. You have all the space. FURIA have nothing.
Uh-oh. Art has nothing to celebrate in this one as they continue to lay down the law on the MAC-10s. No helmets in sight. And Yabi seems very well drilled on that SMG. Will take an upgrade courtesy of Art.
I don't see how this gets out of control.
Yeah, this is just a walk in the park, leisurely, strolling in to the unguarded A site. They've even got a contingency plan in Yabi. Yeah, sure, you can investigate, but unless you hard clear those boxes, Yabi should have you. Already takes down safe.
Might go down from above here. Yuri's coming.
And he will. Nice find from Yuri. Still, 3 versus 3. You've recovered a rifle. You've recovered an SMG. In fact, make it 2 AKs. So I feel finances might be making the decision for FURIA here.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do it by the books. You got to listen to the accountant here, because there was that flex M4 fast down mid on Art, and that's why they went for the reconnaissance mission. So Yabi got to hold on to it momentarily, sure. Get 2 kills for his troubles. FURIA, well, now down 14-5. Will at least have something potent to work with into the next. Now Art got dropped that M4 from drop, I believe. I wonder if drop will drop Art the MAC-10. Now that's a lot of drops in one round, but I'm sure you followed.
Yeah, you wait till we start having players called Gun, Kill, and AK-47, and that's how we lose our mind.
Well, we're going to run out of names eventually, so could be a possibility here as poor FURIA have to sit back and stomach a 30-second timeout to discuss, hey, is this even possible? We said, is 5 enough? Well, so far, it's not looking like nearly enough. That first half, it started with a smash and a bang, and it looked like Heroic would be going to D_airport quite quickly, but we're back in the game now. We're back in the series now.
Those 5 rounds from FURIA were in the 8 opening rounds. It has been a long time between drinks. $11-round sprint from Heroic.
And remember, the catalyst for all of this, Cadian's hero AWP, a round they never should have won.
With smoke bangs galore, it was gorgeous. Now it seems like Heroic want more to take it to Nuke.
So many smokes used already here. Cadian has 1 available for the late round, and we're still at 1:25, so it might just have to be a pack roll mentality and try and maul them out here. Now, look at Art's position towards Donut. He's playing actually, well, he was playing ahead of the Donut position. You can see he wants to flirt with a fight, flirt with some info. Right now, FURIA are in the dark.
Yeah, completely blind, no idea. KSCERATO will throw a couple of bullets through that smoke. Safe to do so by virtue of the silencer. Art to be Molotov'd in or out as he strafes out into stavn. Big opener for Heroic. Safe has to be the hero, but he can't even get his eye to the scope before TeSeS takes him out. KSCERATO down and out as well. This is too good. Heroic have done too much, and they agree. They agree. Yuri, drop out of there.
This is the simple side of Counter-Strike. When you looked at Heroic on map number 1, Right, they just weren't hitting the necessary shots. When they even had the correct stacks on the bomb sites, they were just out of line. There was some whiffy moments, even early stages of Ancient, where they were taking those long-range duels over towards A. They were just missing shots that they should be hitting, and now they're hitting absolutely everything. The Heroic are back in a big way.
And do you know what the most promising sign of all of this is? Not only Heroic maybe going to give us a banging third map with Furia, it's Shush and stavn are clearly handling it with an environment like this.
And when we get to Nuke, they're going to be equally as important here.
Right. I mean, some of the most influential riflers on the team. TeSeS as well, he's been hanging out, holding his nerve.
And look, it wasn't that stavn was a non-issue throughout the Legend stage, but he wasn't the stavn that we all know and love. He is, if you're going to pick anybody in the team, meant to be the superstar, but so far in the playoffs, he's finding that form that we expect from him. Final timeout exhausted here from FURIA. I think they're waving goodbye to this, and the big red button, the emergency of the double orbs being pulled back out. But this must feel good. You're keeping the crowd relatively silent here. You bounce back from the drubbing on the opening map.
Your opponent rinsed through their timeouts. They've got 5 rounds to boast.
Yeah, and this is the thing. They're the favorite here, right? They're the ones where it goes the other way. All these people have come to see you win. And you could disappoint all of these fans right here, right now, within the next hour of play.
Yeah, it goes both ways. When there's so much noise, it's the absence of it that becomes the loudest. You realize, guys, I haven't heard them in a while, and it's because this map, you've given them nothing to cheer for. Does that lead to a spiral?
The 13-round streak to close, that's impressive. That is impressive stuff.
They used to being framed as the baddie. Well, this is definitely looking like a very good map from Heroic. 1 round to go. Furia requiring a monumental feat if they want to do anything. Flames at his feet, careful, safe, down to 50 on that Molotov. Fullback AWPing, it's still a hard fight for anyone that wants to brave the Cave Avenue, and it does seem like Heroic are considering it. Yabi will be throwing out mid-util, but this is the fight. And it's Yuri that takes it. Safe combines. Heroic losing bodies. Don't have to commit, but KSCERATO alone on that donut side.
Good space here for Yabi to work with.
Art may not be prepared for something so forward. Yes, the smoke is there, it implies. Oh, they're formulating a plan, but it's been disrupted. It's KSCERATO that stops Shush. As that plan came through, forced away by the flame. KSCERATO stubborn, and it seems so of Furia. They will not relent, they will not bow, or give you any single round for free. You will have to take it from them. And TeSeS, well, doesn't get anything done.
Okay.
Well, the panic button works.
Yeah, and sure, it's a blip on the record here, but this would be quite the comeback. Now, it doesn't really feel possible. There's enough money for a Heroic buy, and they're going with these cheeky plays here. I can see more MAC-10s being purchased up as we give you the highlight reel. I think that was an important kill from KSCERATO to understand where the bomb was trying to transition within that mid-round. The fans are getting pumped up here, but watch them sit down quite quickly as these MAC-10s shred.
Yeah, we saw Furia use it to great success, and playtime cancelled by KSCERATO.
Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. Definitely not shredding anything right now, getting shredded themselves.
I'm sure Valve loves seeing these SMG buys into the guns. Their 5D chess of having every weapon used.
Trying to buy some space for Shush here. Donut smoke will land.
Okay.
I was going to say if Art tries to play ahead of it, but don't worry, Safe is ahead of them. And now in towards B, Yabi's going to limp.
7th round. Acquired. It's all right, you can buy a new one when the Heroic win the next round.
Well, second time out here for the Danes.
It's a bit chunky over on the money side, isn't it? I mean, it's just it's a bit of abacus work.
Yeah, they can sort this out quite easily. TeSeS can drop a gun to Shush. stavn to be able to buy himself something. Caden even into the AWP here, so Shouldn't be too many dramas. This is just such an uphill battle for FURIA to take this back. Then they'd have to go to overtime. Then they'd have to convert in overtime. And you wonder the energy that you're going to use here to try and get yourself there. Is it going to be worth it come nuke? Well, let's see. KSCERATO posting up early with the AWP. Nobody on the cross. You can see the smoke that they've dropped gives him a little bit of a gap to deal with that deep incendiary. And they're actually going to use this to usher themselves forward.
Yeah, and I mean, they encountered an AWP once. Not to be this time. But the supportive flash leads to a great first frag. Again, KSCERATO is opening up into mid. He nearly takes two. Art now will fill the gap. They're in trouble. Heroic do recover. Nice from Cadian. Hunting down his drop. Big frag through the smoke to deny. Aggression from the defense.
Oh, spotted there. Shush almost had a key piece of real estate over towards Temple, but KSCERATO has noted him, so he has to drop back here. Yabi and Shush left on polar opposite sides of the map here. The bomb is marooned in middle.
How do you dig yourself out of this one? Yuri will likely have an opportunity onto Yabi if he continues to hold this position, but they don't forget where that bomb is idle. Drop responsible for a whole lot here. Shush will Molotov drop out.
Oh, Steve, yeah, that's a one-way. That should be it.
It should be. That's very nice. You can use that one way to stop. Unless Yabi gets it first. 20 seconds. What do they do?
Back to B. They just have to beat Yuri here.
This is the shot we were talking about. Yuri, aware they're going cave side. You can play the ramp, stop the bomb, win the round, and extend play as backs are turned and bodies are dropping. Trying for the plant. Right on down. Safe will save them from an extra bomb plant to contend with. But yeah, that's certainly another step in the right direction.
They've broken Heroic here. So that spree of rounds, I believe it was 12 consecutive to get them up to 15. Now they've been slowed. FURIA putting together 3 of their own. Some light investments to keep us somewhat interested in this, but FURIA not giving up hope just yet. So the B lane completely laden with flames. So many incendiaries there to make sure that there's no quick maneuver from the Danes. And there's 3 players on this site.
You've got to handle this by the book. You don't want any extra bomb plants or frags. If you were truly to forge a comeback as ridiculous as this one, this has to be handled with grace.
Yeah, precisely. Look, it's going to be difficult because as you win rounds, the loss spread is starting to build for Heroic as they get slammed through the smoke. Yuri finds one, and that gives a whole lot more information. Running into Drop, who's going to take 2 more. Now it's just Cadian. It was just Cadian. All right, one more for the double digits.
Double orb still equipped, still effective. Ever since we've seen them whip it out, we haven't had Heroic quite yet rustle their jimmies. Art posted up in mid with KSCERATO in support. Yabi forward of the Flames. Conversation being had for the setup. Safe with his AWP on B. An AWP apiece. Oh, it's geeky. And it gives them that full control. They have the knowledge. The phase 1 of Cave is theirs. Yuri, 50 HP off of that nade. He will stand his ground, though. He has safe to rely upon.
See, nobody's overstepping the mark here. Very passive from FURIA. Heroic are just waiting out a lot of this util. They're hoping for an overstep. It's not the same getting all the map control they were looking for, at least the presence of mind. And the bomb's starting to drop back now with 40 seconds left. Yabby's looking like he wants to sell this fake over towards the B site alongside of stavn. They can smoke left and right at the site, and there you see it deployed. It hasn't forced a rotation. Art's still here.
And he's ready for you. Oh, Shush just better. Art is good, but Shush so much better. Back turn, KSCERATO got a double in middle. Completely disrupt Heroic's victorious moment. Is this still on? Cadian equipped with the AWP. Yuri going round the world. 2 to knock on Donut Door. That's Shush with that AK. And he's already found drop. KSCERATO slipped the net, but he seems aware. Shush, eyes glued to the screen as he wants to take us to 3. Time's ticking. Safe is fragging. Oh, and so's KSCERATO. It has to be TeSeS. 2 to 5, and he can't quite get it. There's time, and we go again.
That was a great opportunity there for Heroic to close things down. You get the entry kill in towards the site. KSCERATO with that double.
It can't be understated, the impact this man is having, and he's just stone cold the whole time.
Nobody rotated towards A. He was the closest member to be able to do so, right? So you had Art close main, you had KSCERATO top mid, and the other 3 were committed towards that B side because of the fake. This is the shot from safe on Acadian. Gets traded out, but KSCERATO and Yuri, the Fangs of FURIA, delivering right here to get to that double digits. With the plan, Heroic get themselves a little something to work with, and this might have more pace behind it.
It looks like it. Oh, look at the damage. Look what they've done to them. Yuri kept sleeping. Didn't realize TeSeS had slipped through. But the nades, the flames have put Heroic in dire straits. They've recovered the AK that Shush brought through. Onto the now healthy stavn. And Drop wants answers here. Now stavn could find a big headshot. Running for another. Oh, and he gets it onto safe. This leads us into a very kooky mid-round. Strap in. Things are about to get funky.
Yeah, this is a classic Heroic here. They tend to send one member out aggressively. That's Cadian going for space, and TeSeS might get caught in the back. That's the bomb down. Cadian's fun and games is all over Red Rover.
KSCERATO, another impactful frag. As they're up to 11. I mean, we said it was impossible. I think there might only be 5 people that didn't believe that. And they're in the center of that stage. Heroic still. Many an opportunity. Already posted 15. It is just the elusive 16 that has passed them by 6 times. 6 opportunities gone awry.
It's a good couple of kills, right? But again, the context has to be set. This was just a half investment to level out the cash, for the loss bonus to come through to get the full buy now. They have a couple more opportunities of rounds like this, and if they keep planting the bomb, they'll get a whole lot more. So that's something that Heroic you have to keep in the back of the mind. They get a lot more chances to swing for the fences in an environment like this. But that sinking feeling for the Danes, it has to be creeping in round after round after round. We just need one. Let's get this done. Let's get to nuke.
Starting to get hungry for it now. Everything you could need to post a single attacking round.
KSCERATO's not stopping. He's actually taking a lot of A main aggression here. So this is going to give them early information right here for FURIA that nobody's coming toward A whatsoever. Only 2 players on B, which is the change up from the last few.
He saw a shadow. Evades Cadian's T side AWP. Pulls the smoke out at the very least.
Yeah, they're just trying to block to buy time. If the rotation is safe, has to come back. That's a conversation they're having now. They're leaving him towards Donut. It's actually Art and Drop. Like ships in the night here. Maybe an exchange of utility. And sure, she might get caught off guard by this. KSCERATO forward.
So far forward. And KSCERATO's ready, willing, and able. 25. Safe already in the feed. Heroic. This heavy investment is just being plucked piece by piece out of the server. Looking to recover. A nice smoke to facilitate TeSeS taking this duel, but Art's ready for you. He slips through. And forward it is TeSeS. So ballsy! He does go down on it. And that was the bomb. Committed. Art takes him from the grave with the flame. And now tapped away, it's Yuri. Takes a chunk out of Katie at long range.
They're boxed in here. They're boxed in and there's not enough time.
Safe. Down. There shouldn't be anything more to be said. Already information flowing, but it's KSCERATO. He's a problem. You gotta get through. KSCERATO! What a beast. This is his round. Cadian trying to hold on to his prized possession. They're running at him. He will be cleared. Oh, okay.
Whoa. He got tickled right there.
Yeah,
he got tagged on up. Almost hunted down in the final throws of that one. And remember, I said the bomb needs to go down. They need that cash injection. Well, no, denied right here. A great shot from TeSeS. Sure, he braves the flames. You mentioned the bomb. This one's good from Yabi, but they were boxed in. It's a horrible place to find yourself when there's not a lot of time on the clock, and a final moment, that is stressful.
Well, you can work with this. It's not ideal. Certainly, in contrast to the previous, Heroic's chances are lessened, but let's see if FURIA can teach him another lesson. They're running into him though, but you've got to remember who lives here.
They've got smokes available. They can smoke donut, they can smoke CT, they can molly back site. Is that the preference right here for Heroic? That's the big question. KSCERATO has a flash. He will not be able to extinguish. You can see that smoke that's been used to block the top of main. The question is, will this free up a rotation? Drop is starting to make an info play down B ramp. So how quick will the penny drop? Apparently, pretty damn fast. Art's here as well. The cavalry has arrived.
They took too long about it. KSCERATO and Art then. A donut lean for the defense of A.
It's full contact. Where's the util? They're just going in dry.
They're hoping Katie can make space. The nades will fly through. Counter molly or smoke is even better. And now the fights are taken. It's KSCERATO again denies. Two in the feed. From the sharpest fang as Yuri is there to put the pieces in place. Last to find. All bodies dropping. Yabi gets 2-3. Oh my goodness! God damn, that was close to ridiculous.
Run and gun with the Galil from Yabi right there, but denied. The man who stepped up again. It's KSCERATO, the Colossus, being a monster right now on the stage and keeping him in it in just 2 rounds. I wasn't believing. I didn't think there was any way this one would get so close, but it's just a 2-round game until we take ourselves to overtime.
Look at him, just handling business. This dude doesn't sweat, he doesn't shake, he does not give up. 2, look at this, the third on this. He even catches a tag on KSCERATO. Let it be known, he got down to 50 HP. Yabi went for something absolutely absurd there, but we go again.
I think in this string of rounds, in the rounds of part of this comeback here, I think there's been only one opening kill that Heroic have been able to get. I think they've just been blanked in that regard. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot to work with here. If they can find that opening kill, that could be the catalyst to things starting to unravel here for FURIA.
But from who? With what? A Tech 9? FURIA digging their heels in deep. Unwilling to succumb to this Danish attack. Game plan set. Will it be match? Or will we see the full 30 rounds of regulation? Flash, oh, still hits the shot. Down goes 1, down goes 2. Hold your horses. Safe has to save him, and he's already hitting shots. Needs a third. Safe, sensational. And all through the smoke, they catch him on the weapon. It's KSCERATO hunting through. Art as well. stavn does not have the health for this, but he does have that bomb down. There is a universe where this young Dane breaks the hearts of a nation. Smoked off. What's the react? Do you go for the bang? Do you go for the walk? Art and KSCERATO hyper aware. Another smoke on the bomb. Nothing for stavn to work with. If he could just find the diffuser, it's not to be! KSCERATO again and again!
32 kills for KSCERATO. He will not relent.
They were so close there, Chad. Safe with some heroics as well. For a moment, the Danes may have thought it was in their grasp, but FURIA, they stash it again. KSCERATO, the savior they need. As we go to a full 30, can they hold on to this rope for one final round and we go to OT? Or will Heroic, after all of this, still have enough in the tank? All it takes, as you discussed, is one opening kill, one player on this Heroic side to get the better of them. And this house of cards of hype will come tumbling down, dispatching Cadian early towards the A lurk.
Might have to be a bit of a heroic classic here. Find yourself in a mid-round 4A and then play the rotation. See if you can play ahead of FURIA here. It feels like Cadian positioned over towards A main is there for exactly that. Again, this cave presence being felt. Safe is on the line here to make sure that he can detect any leaks. And they're just starting to rejig. Yuri backing him up. We've seen this one before.
Counter util. Shush on the corner. Safe burning down off the place of that Molotov. Has to be replaced. And no, drop, caught out on the switch. A quick trade back. It's Safe that keeps things level. He had to hit that. Permanent knock-in, that's another smoke.
Bomb's going back. It's a classic heroic maneuver here. They're trying to fake this B site and then pivot towards A. Art has not moved from Donut. Cadian's taking space, but KSCERATO's going to spot him.
It's KSCERATO everywhere on this map, but not anymore. Cadian's caught the hero with his trousers around his ankles.
They're going back to B.
This is cheeky. Art slaps him in the backside and says, no, you don't.
Yuri's still here.
Tucked in the corner, Stavn on the ball. Okay, FURIA hitting their shots, and the impossible manifests in Rio de Janeiro. I can't believe we go to OT. It was set. It was written in carbon. This was going to nuke. But the power of the crowd willing it into existence, we see overtime.
10 straight rounds to go 15-15.
How does that not throw you off? You were on 15 forever. And FURIA just got here. They just caught you up in time. Oh dear. I feel the power struggle slipping through the fingers of Heroic. They have to shake it off. eyes on the prize. An incredible comeback, a turn of events that leaves us still in Ancient. Overtime, $10,000, MR3, first to 4, and FURIA within touching distance still of a 2-0. We thought Nuke was a certainty, Chad, but we've had a reality check that Ancient is still on.
The score was 15-5. Heroic had a 12-round streak to get them there, but FURIA, with 10 consecutive of their own, level things out, and we go again. You're exposed right now, Heroic. You can't run, you can't hide. The statement needs to be made on the server.
How do you keep your hands steady after 10 opportunities slip through your fingers? Yuri already on the prowl. Forward defense of lane. Now that smoke will not last forever. They'll have to tuck in a little. Flash to their face on mid, looking for the fight, yeah, and oh, safe! He is alert, he is able to find an opening for FURIA. Drop's got another head. TeSeS still there, they want to fight them. KSCERATO's coming too. You will not leave with your lives. Molly for the fight, Drop plays his time, and still gets the frag. How is he playing like someone with so much experience?
That is a season play right there. Almost quite literally, let yourself be flambéed to take that fight, to get that kill, to leave Yabi and Cadian scratching their heads. A 2-on-3 situation with an open runway in towards the B side, but Art's here with something to say.
Oh, careful now, Art. He's got his teammates coming. The bomb is in. Cadian to get it down. Oh, but on the gap, a mad smoke leads to Art doing Art things in the smoke. He loves them. And Cadian's got his knife out. He is not ready. This FURIA train has no brakes.
This is the safe you wanted to see. Brought into this team, 27 years of age. He's no spring chicken. This is when we're in the era of youngsters, the academy, the next generation. He's the AWPer for the team, showing that he's doing it on the biggest of stages. Yesterday with some good performances, today contributing yet again. He's trailing KSCERATO, sure, but his AWP is being felt in the server right here, right now.
I feel like I've said his name the most.
And that right here is now 11 consecutive for FURIA. One more, they'll tie things up with just the amount of rounds that Heroic had. And remember where that Heroic spree of 12 started. Cadian with a hero AWP.
True.
Feels like a lifetime ago now, but do they need him to be the catalyst again to get them back on the board? They've forgotten what winning feels like.
It's been a long drought on this T side. Heroic literally scratching their heads. One round feels like par for the course on this 3-round attack. You want to post one of them.
The problem is for Heroic, it feels like nothing has worked. Right? These later stretches, you don't even remember early with the rounds that you got away with. There's no time to take stock, take inventory, and recall how were we able to manifest that magic number of 15. And this is a different look from FURIA. They were playing passive over towards B throughout. Now they are taking liberties. They're extending. They're playing in the B lane, and this is a whole new onslaught of decisions that Heroic have to deal with.
You can see it's really...
Look right now, we're at minute 20, there's 4 players, all 5 players are still in spawn deciding where they want to go, how they want to finish. They've dropped out of cave smoke this late. Yuri's just going to sit in it.
What a brilliant way to counter Heroic's mid-intentions by taking early lane.
It's just a change up here that in that 2-minute break that we had where that discussion must have been at the top of the list. Let's throw something they haven't seen. Let's keep them guessing.
Oh my lord, he's even hitting his wall bangs. Yuri chips out to stavn. Smoke towards the window. Heroic need to find some ground, and it's parking TeSeS here that will be the first step in that direction.
They're reading them so well. This forward presence on B lane has now netted so many players over towards A, but hold up a second. Something's got Art moving. KSCERATO and Safe are still here. So it's a 2-1-2 split as TeSeS takes this mid space. Safe's a difficult individual to flush out from that line.
He's got the angle. Can he post the frag? Pulls the trigger. Cadian better. Still KSCERATO into the double. Into the site is stavn. Bomb to be planted. Cadian posted for Art's crawl, and now that time is ticking. Gets him on the jump. Hits down Art. Cadian making the difference now. on that aggressive AWP drop, and Yuri remain, and TeSeS, the contingency plan, they're not expecting this. Oh no, they certainly are now. Rips their health away from them, very low. Heroic, this is their round, and they're just confirming it. Yuri hiding in the corner, but that's the elusive T round. How long did it take to get this one?
What was that? 11 straight. 11 consecutive here is no time on the clock. Yuri's going to go down with the ship here. Might want to take a couple with him. Stavn also, he's going to fall, and Yuri, as you can see, removed from the server short. But Cadian, opening kill and the follow-up. The AWP from the in-game leader again. This guy, he's not the emotional self that you traditionally see, because he knows that he can't win this fight. He has to do it in the server. And that's the impact. Sure, it might feel too little too late, but they're not out of this game just yet. We tie things up 16-16, and finally, the streaks have been broken.
Presence of mind to jump to clear the corner before the peak. It's masterful. Last round of Furia's defense. It's been a very successful jaunt on the CT side. Oh, and Art, talking of jaunt, is going to walkabout. Cadian is prepared for that. Here's a second T round out of the question. There's only one way to find out.
You can see this is deliberate pacing from Heroic. You don't want to be running through the flames, the util. You also want to take some of this momentum away from FURIA. Have a slower start. Allow them to sit there and stew in their own juices for the first few seconds. They were the ones just riding this high, this momentum, trying to close things out. Well, now they're scrapping to keep themselves in it again. They are on this more favorable side, and we know that they had their own struggles on the T half. So you mentioned it, a 2-1 split. That's what FURIA are looking for here, but the same can be said for Heroic now. And once more, they're testing A. KSCERATO, Art, Safe. They're all in touching distance of defending this site.
KSCERATO's been a thorn in their side on this site, but he has Art to take contact first. Nades barraging in. It's still KSCERATO though, knocking him down. Heroic condemned. You can try the remaining two. Doogie put up a fight. One from Cadian, one from Gabby, and double into the smoke on the spray. The newest addition to Heroic demanded to do the impossible. 18 seconds. They know where you are. There's nowhere to run, but they may know. Oh my goodness. Yabi is threatening. FURIA up to 17. They got their 2 defensive rounds. We swap sides and we go again. But again, KSCERATO never seems to have a problem on those A commits. Yabi's been getting close to some miracles recently.
Oh, his rounds, right? They brought him into this team to be that X factor, the player that can step up in these moments, and he's been so close. Can he break through? Well, speaking of breakthrough, send out the tip of the spear. Send out the sharpest tool in the shed. The man that's been dropping almost 40 frags. He has so much space to work with here. Sure, the smokes, they shroud him for now, but remember this gap. Remember this gap from earlier in the game. They were able to pivot against Shush once. Maybe they can do it again.
Cadian attending to it. He's been spotted out as he dips through. Bates as Shush gets the first frag, and Cadian as well will oblige. Yuri gone, relinquishes control of that bomb involuntarily. And KSCERATO's forward on this. And he's so scary for a head-to-head duel. TeSeS tries his luck. Successful this time. Safe still the only member of FURIA left to go. One missed shot, that's how it goes. Heroic, they need to match, if not do better. Can they lock out FURIA?
It's going to feel rough knowing that you allowed this to go from a 15-5 scoreline all the way back into OT. Sure, but a win's a win. In a semi-final of a major, Heroic, they've been to the quarters, they've been to the semis, they have never been to a major grand final. And the same can be said for FURIA on the other side, but they've already done one better. The last 2 majors for FURIA, they only made the quarterfinals. They're in uncharted territory right now.
Never mind on home soil. Shush, a deep incendiary or Molotov is beaten by Yuri's rush. A second place, well placed. Extinguish. This implies pace. Cadian has to deal with it. Does put drop on the dirt. A quick one out of the Zilpa. He's racking him up. His 2 of the shots necessary. Safe on the rifle, dips away. Frag back, still limping off FURIA. Very attentive defense. You see how quick they were there to support Cadian. Things will slow down upon that smoke.
You can understand why they want to hang around and see if they can catch anybody overstepping the mark here, because they don't have anything to reinitiate this fight with. It was an all-in, and this is for 18. Cadian's done a great job to get them 2. We're into the mid-round right now with plenty of time on the clock, and Heroic are the ones answering the questions. Shush and Yabi top mid are calling this clear. TeSeS is still playing passive over towards B. stavn has relinquished this A control and has joined the pack. They can surge around the map here if they want and search for any information.
And it's so smart as well. If you keep the majority of you in mid, you want to get that bomb down on A. We're very quick to react to stavn's call. It's stavn that will be that first contact.
They've sent 2 probes out here, but they might not get it first. stavn might be the first to take the fight.
Jumped off, safe, eliminated.
Yabi's flanked, there's no way.
Yeah, they're going to get the bomb down, but that might be all they have to celebrate. KSCERATO round the smoke. Deleted. And Art having a go with 4, hunting down. Quick clear from Yabi. Heroic, first 2 out of the gates. Now, this is where things get interesting.
This is their 11th chance, Alex, to close the game. They had 10 before.
Yeah.
They've bought themselves 1 more.
1 more chance, otherwise we wipe the slate clean and we go again. A very high stakes round of Counter-Strike. Safe equipped with nothing more than a scout.
The TeSeS woes are coming back to bite FURIA in the arse here. This is a risky play from
Macy. They're putting it all on the line. All on the line. This map hangs in the balance as it's traded out. KSCERATO racks up 2. Safe connects. stavn needs it, gets it. 2 on 2. And there's still a whole round.
They're not looking.
No one's ready. He gets the 1 drop, still somehow alive and in it, where that there was potential on the flank. TeSeS round. stavn knows where he is.
If he gets the bomb, he can run towards A.
I think his plan does manage to get away from the initial fight.
He missed the bomb.
Still okay. TeSeS already on the rotate. Maybe this is all part of his grand plan. Drop.
They're ahead of him here. They're so far ahead of him.
Heroic should have it. Nuke a single kill away. Resilient, but stavn, he's brilliant, and so are Heroic. Holding on in the face of adversity, in the face of a very wobbly second half. Heroic have secured it.
They had to fight a 15-5 scoreline that felt almost squandered. This is going to be good. That is going to lift the mood in the camp. It's still a tall task. Neutral face, but they've got drive. 1 more map away to separate these 2.